Has the Trudeau government's approach to the housing crisis, spending billions to alleviate the issue, truly been effective, or is it merely a band-aid on a bullet wound? Welcome to a deep dive into the pros and cons of these policies as we attempt to uncover the truth behind the headlines. In one corner, we find advocates for Trudeau's housing policies, insisting that the funds being funneled into the housing sector are a necessary lifeline. They argue that by injecting government funds into housing, Trudeau is stimulating the economy, creating jobs and, more importantly, providing affordable homes for Canadians. They insist that the housing crisis is a multifaceted problem. And while the influx of immigrants may be straining the system, it's important to remember that immigration is a cornerstone of our nation's growth and diversity. They believe that the Trudeau government's approach to housing is not just about winning votes, but about ensuring every Canadian has a place to call home. On the other side of the debate, we have those who view Trudeau's housing policies as a short-term solution to a long-term problem. They argue that while the government's spending may create a temporary surge in housing availability, it doesn't address the root cause of the housing crisis. Critics contend that the government's focus on immigration has led to an increased demand for housing, pushing prices up and availability down. They argue that the Trudeau government has prioritized political gains over a sustainable housing strategy, culminating in a system that is overwhelmed and under-resourced. So, where does this leave us? On one hand, we see the Trudeau government's attempts at addressing the housing crisis through significant funding and a commitment to provide affordable homes for Canadians. On the other hand, we find critics who argue that these policies are merely a plaster on a deep wound, failing to address the root cause of the crisis and instead exacerbating the issue with a focus on immigration. In conclusion, the Trudeau government's approach to the housing crisis is a contentious issue. Advocates argue that the government's spending stimulates the economy and provides much-needed housing, while critics contend that this is a short-term solution to a long-term problem, exacerbated by the government's focus on immigration. The truth likely lies somewhere in the middle, a complex blend of beneficial intentions and unintended consequences. For now, the debate continues as we all watch and wait for a solution that truly addresses the root of the issue. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of a complex and crucial topic.